As you anchor the soles of the feet, let your inner thighs drop open. Do you want another one? I'll get you a stronger block. Yeah, a cement block. It's coming your way. Pick a spot, any spot. I don't know. May need to move this middle row. If they could scooch over, that would be wonderful. You're welcome. You can have your hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, your hands facing open. There's no rhyme or reason with this stuff. You have to go with what feels best in your body this morning. If nothing feels good, then find the closest thing to feeling good. Try and make the exhale breath a little bit more powerful. Let go of any negative thoughts and really just allow yourself to be present for 60 minutes. If you do nothing else but that, to me, in my mind, that is a successful yoga practice. Forget about the actual physical movement, right? Keep it simple today. Couple more cycles of breath for yourself right here. Blink the eyes open, hug your right knee in towards your navel, give it a good little squeeze. Extend your left leg straight out. When you do this, flex your left foot strong so your calf stays rooted and grounded into the mat. Just hug your right knee in. That's all you're doing. As you do this, you may notice that your shoulders draw up towards your ears. See if you can relax them down your back. Keep your neck very neutral. Firmly hug your right knee in a little bit more. Continue the natural flow of the breath. Do nothing else but just breathe normal. Good. Keep the right knee hugging in and just reach your arms forward like a Pilates roll up. The back of the head, the neck, and the shoulders lift up off the floor. But this is really important. When you lift your neck, don't bring your chin towards your chest. Look towards our lovely ceiling. You can look towards the disco ball if you're underneath it. Mm-hmm. Float the left calf up off the ground. All sorts of stuff's going to come out of my mouth today. Get ready. Yeah, I don't even know what's going to happen. Yeah, just hold. Feel your lower back spread across the mat. Draw the right knee in a little closer, flex the left foot. Obviously, if this doesn't feel good in any sort of part of your body, the left leg can just relax. Extend your right leg straight up towards the sky. So now your legs are like in a split. Your arms are reaching forward. There you go. The back of the shoulders and the neck are lifted. Scoop up your belly a little more. Yes. I like to flex the feet, but you're more than welcome to point. Relax the left leg and grab behind your right quadricep and gently give yourself a hamstring release. Gently. Yes. Grab behind the meaty part of your thigh, let the left calf go down, and let the head just relax now. When you work with hamstrings, you want to feel it in the meaty part of your hamstring, not in the insertion point, just so you know. Insertion point's a no-no. Yeah, insertion point's like closer towards your tush. Here, yes, just so you know. Relax. That's like the point of no return. Relax the shoulders down the back and let your leg fall into your clasped hands. It's hard to be still, I know. Relax the right leg, let it fall to the floor. Just let it go. It's longer now. Let it go. Hug your left knee in towards your navel. Give it a good little squeeze. Don't get ahead of yourself. Just go step by step like baking. I don't know how you bake though. Actually, you could just throw everything in like me. Hug it in a little bit more. Flex the right foot. Keep the leg drawing in towards the navel. Reach your arms forward. Reach them straight forward. Lift the back of the shoulders up off the ground. Have your hands framing out the side of your body. Good. Neck stays neutral. Then float the right calf if you've got that in you. So you're just kind of in a it's like a mountain climber, a floating mountain climber. You got it. Just like this. You're hovering and holding. If this does not feel good for lower back, relax the leg that's lifted in the air. That would be the right leg down. Or if your neck feels sensitive, hands can go behind the head as like a little pillow. Keep squeezing in. You want to scoop up your belly, lift the eyes and the shoulders more. Keep the right leg where it is, extend the left leg straight up towards the sky. The legs are split apart now. You're reaching forward, you're breathing deep into the pit of your belly. Grab behind the meaty part of your left thigh, relax the right calf, soften the shoulders, and let the hamstring just fall into those clasped hands. Good. Breathe. It's a passive hamstring release. Some of us feel a lot, some of us feel nothing. Flex the right calf a little bit more by flexing the right toes, but relax the leg down. Relax the shoulders down the back, Rachel, if you can. Yeah. Let the left leg fall to the floor. Good. Let it fall down to the ground. Uh-huh. You're going to grab your block. You're going to place it the long direction in between your hands this way. So, yes. The legs are going to lift up on an angle. So it's going to be like a V. You're going to crawl the block up. Uh-huh. And you're just going to slowly slide the block up the lower part of the shins up to the upper part of the shins. It's a very slow isometric movement. You're just going to move the block up and down. You got it. Up and down. Go like that. So it's a small movement. It's not going past the knees. You're just sliding the block between the ankles and the knees. That's it. Up and down. If having the legs on an angle doesn't work, just go straight up with the legs. Mm-hmm. You got it. Just like that. Small movement. Lower back spreads. The breath is filling the space of your body. Try not to use your neck. You're using deep within your core muscles. A few more seconds. Small movements. Good. Now you're going to bend your legs in half. The block's going to go behind your head. The legs bend in half. You're going to stretch the block forward. Draw the block forward with the legs bent. And then extend everything out and hover. So like that. It's kind of like a jackknife crunch. You're going to squeeze it in. Do it slow and reach it back. Good. Aren't you so happy? Reach it forward. Yeah. The light block. Yeah. And bring it back in. So you're just crunching, lower back's kind of spreading, and you're breathing, and you're in your happy, happy place. Go a few more times. So the slower you move, the more you feel. So most of us want to move quickly. Give me 4 more. Arms stay straight if you can, guys. You got it. Nice. Give me 2 more. Give me 1 more. Release, hug your knees in. Give your legs a squeeze. Drop the block to the side. Rock and roll a few times. Cross the ankles at the top. Step into down dog. Never been so happy to see a down dog. Those were peppy rock and rolls, I have to say. Very peppy, guys. You surprised me. Spread your palms wide. Index fingers forward. I like to turn them out just a tad because, as we get a little older, everything gets tighter, especially in the upper shoulders and neck. You can play with the placement of your hands. Some of us like it shoulder width distance. Some of us like it, the width of the mat. Totally up to you. Feet are about hips width. Spread your toes wide. You may need to bend your legs a little bit or a lot. You can pedal it out a bunch of times. Anything goes. But then begin to feel as you settle into the stillness of the downward facing dog. Breathe your hips way up off your shoulders. Let your shoulders move away from your ears. Feel your outer triceps grip in. Relax the jaw and the face. And then just breathe. The breath is yours. So, some of us breathe with a lot of power, a lot of intention. Some of us just breathe normal, right? Normal for you. Roll forward to plank. In one sweep motion, you come forward. First one from dog to plank. Most of the time we have to walk it out. It's a little too short. Yeah, so stack it up here. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists. So the belly draws in. I'll encourage you this morning, the best that you can, to bring your weight forward onto your tippy toes. That's it. Hug into the center line. And if you're looking in, you're just going to round. So see if you can look forward just a tiny bit with your eyes. Draw the belly in and up. So a lot of times as we hold the pose, it just gets sad. So see if you can lengthen a little more. Lead a little more with your heart and chest. Hips go up and back, down dog. Roll forward plank. All the way forward plank position. Drop your knees down on an angle. You got it. Bring your weight forward about 1 inch or 2. Lower halfway to a supported push-up. Yeah, so your thigh bones are back on an angle. Your elbows slide by your side ribs. Your shoulders slide down your back. Re-straighten your arms to supported plank. Lift the knees up off the ground. You're in plank position. Hips go up and back, down dog. So that may be where you're at today with your push-ups. Let's try one more. Roll forward plank, all the way forward in one line of energy. Drop your knees down so they go on an angle, which means they're a little behind you. You're not jamming the knees into the mat. Halfway down to a supported push-up. Elbow slide by your rib cage. Neck neutral. Look forward with your eyes, Mare. There you go. Re-straighten your arms. Lift the knees. Plank position. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. That is so exciting. Breathe your right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. When you lift, you're lifting from your inner thigh. If you're near the back, just be mindful of that little wood ledge. Yeah, you don't need to break a toe today. Mm-hmm. The leg lifts, the inner thigh, from the inner thigh. Come forward, hug your right knee in towards your navel. Give it a good little squeeze. Yeah, arms are straight up and down. You're drawing your right knee in towards the center line of your belly. Look forward with your eyes and let's step the right foot all the way forward and through. If it wasn't so easy, you can use your hands. Totally cool. Come to your fingertips, pause, and just feel for a second. And then go ahead and step your left foot to the top of the mat to meet your right. Maybe the feet are together, maybe they're separated. Long spine on the inhale breath. Listen carefully. If your hands aren't on the ground, they can rest on your shins. Yep. Weight stays forward. Exhale the breath, fold into yourself. Let it go. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. So just like this, we're going to move together. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. Let the head go. Long spine to prepare. Take two big steps to get you back to plank. 1, 2. Halfway to your push-up. If you like that supported one, you can take that again. Re-straighten your arms to plank. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. When you lift, try and lift from your inner thigh. Don't just fling from the foot. Yeah. Point the toe, come forward, and hug your left knee in. Arms are straight up and down. You're squeezing the shin up towards the center line. Look forward, step the left foot forward and through. Be on your fingertips for a beat. Then spring to the top of the mat. Feet can be together, a little separated. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold into yourself, let it go. Root to rise, come all the way up. Take your time. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare. Step, step, or float. If you do choose to float, recommendations to land in a low push-up. Yep, lower halfway. Now you can peel yourself through an up dog or cobra. You can pick your poison with this one. Press even. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Arms stay nice and strong and straight. You want to look to the top of the mat. You can step, you can float, you can skip, you can even crawl. No one is going to judge. Long spine, fold, root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Keep going. Arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float. You pick. So a lot of you practice quite often, adding or subtracting what you need or what you don't need. If you're unsure, I'm more than happy to offer a suggestion. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float. To the top we go. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Feel the ground. Go big through your fingertips. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Dive over bent knees. Forward fold. Long spine to set it up. Step or float through your vinyasa of choice. You can also just take it all out and just go to a dog. You got it. Hips go up and back, downward facing. As you hold your down dog, begin to feel a little bit more and think a little bit less. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top we go. Long spine, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Let's step or float through your vinyasa. The up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Roll forward to plank. Float the right foot an inch from the ground. Yeah. Hug the right knee straight in. So very little moves here, but you start to feel a lot. Kind of amazing how that works. Scoop it up a little bit more if you can. Look forward with your eyes. Step the right foot forward and through. Be on your fingertips. So it's really important that you feel the even weight distribution in your feet. Your weight is on your right foot, but you should feel it in your heel. Activate your back leg and then start to come up nice and slow. Don't people know I work? Like, I know. Seriously, I've been doing this job for like 100 years. Come up nice and slow. Like literally. Good. High lunge, crescent lunge. So, can we have a little fun this morning? I think so. Yeah. I think this may not be pretty for a lot of us, but we're going to try. So for the first one, you'll drag your hands to prayer. You're going to drag your left leg up and you're going to hug your knee towards your navel. Okay. So then you'll step back and you'll release the arms. So you start to make it an emotion like that. Yeah, there's no judgment. You can hug in. Go ahead and drag it up and then step it back. Good. Hug it in. And then arms go up and you step it back. Let's do it again. Hug it in. Arms go up, step it back, and then hold. Perfect. Now you hold. Now, if your hip points feel like they're dumping down or you feel any pressure in your low back, you can soften your back knee and you can also tip your torso forward a tad, okay? Drag your hands to prayer. This is where we pray for ourselves. Lean forward just a little bit. Air twist to the right. When I say air twist, that doesn't mean hooking the elbow. We're air twisting. Yeah. Look down, left hand to the floor, right arm open. A block underneath your left hand is a really good idea. Watch your left shoulder. Yes. You can tense your fingertips. You can fist the hand. A block on a high setting works great. Grip the right hip in. Activate your back leg. Twist open. Okay, so we're going to take the left hand down to the ground, a little bit of a different transition. You're going to drop your left knee down, turn the leg out at an angle, and step open into a modified side plank, just like this. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, you got it, Joe. You're good. If you feel like binding, you're welcome to. When you kick, the kick goes behind you, though. Yeah, you got it. If you took a little bind, release the bind. Listen carefully. Release the bind. Pivot your hip points so they're down towards the ground. The right leg is going to stay lifted in space. The left foot straightens itself out. You're going to lift up into a three-legged down dog. Three-legged down dog. I'm definitely not remembering this on the other side. So the left side will be completely different. Come forward, right, which is totally cool. Hug your right knee straight in. Step the right foot forward and through. At least we can laugh. Turn the back foot on a sharp angle. Rise, warrior one. Like the yoga teachers are getting demented. Hug your right hip in. Steer the left ribs forward. So your back left foot, believe it or not, trumps the pose. So if you could begin to feel the back foot a little bit more, that's actually going to help you out. Nice work. Stay for a couple extra breaths. It's kind of nice in the beginning part of the practice to hold a little bit more. It's also really nice in the middle part of the practice to hold a little bit more. And at the end of the practice to hold a little more. Hands to frame your front foot plank position. You're going to hip plank. You're going to lower halfway to a push up. You're not going to get ahead of yourself. You're going to revisit plank and we're going to float the left foot just an inch. Hug the left knee straight in. Give it a good, yummy squeeze. Not much is moving. You just begin to feel. Look forward with your eyes. Step the left foot forward and through. Iron out the positioning of your feet, the weight distribution, and rise to a high lunge. Come up slow. Yeah. Drag your hands to prayer with a little bit of power. Hug your right knee in and up. So it may not be the prettiest transition. Just give it a whirl and try. Giant step back, re-engage the arms towards the sky. So it's proprioception. Trust that you know where you're going. Hug it in. You can drag the hands to heart. It's going to help with the balance. Re-extend and step it back. Try it again. Hug it in. Re-extend, step it back. One more. Hug it in, slow. Yeah, you're not doing it too fast. You can feel. Re-extend and step it back. Drag the hands to prayer at heart. Lean forward. Air twist to the left. Yeah. So that just means you're taking a little baby twist. The spine stays nice and long. You're just beginning to get a little movement through those ribs. Left leg hooks in, the hip hooks in, and the back leg stays nice and straight. Look down, right hand to the floor. You're going to tent it. Slide a block if that helps you out, and peel open. The biggest things I look for here is that your left hip isn't winging out and that your right shoulder isn't rolling in. Aside from that, everyone's going to, look pretty similar. Yeah. So watch your right shoulder reach. Come to your fingertips. I think it'll help. Yeah. Stack it open. So we're transitioning to that modified side plank. So the right hand goes flat, the right knee drops down, and then you roll open. Yeah. And all you need to do is set up that right hand a smidgen in front of the right shoulder and stack it open. If you feel like binding, that's great. If not, just stay here. Looks good, Megan. Soften your right elbow a little bit. There you go. If you are kicking, the kick goes behind you, so you get the psoas. That's the front of that hip to get a nice stretch. Release the bind if you have it. Peel it around so you're in a supported little tabletop with your left leg lifted. Curl the right toes into the mat. Lift the hips up and back. Three-legged down dog. Three-legged down dog. Come forward. Hug your knee in. Hug your knee in. Step the left foot forward and through. Turn the back foot on a sharp angle. Rise, warrior one. I think we kind of nailed it. We did. We nailed it. So when you arrive into this first warrior, same deal. Left hip grips, right thigh bone contracts, right rib spin. And you pay a little bit more attention to that back right foot. Kelsey, it looks great. If you walk your left foot over about an inch or two, I think you'll have a little bit more room to steer that back foot forward. Looks good. Hands to frame your front foot. We're going to hit plank position and you get to pick. Chaturanga push up if that's in the card, up dog or baby cobra, whatever feels good. Hips go up and back, down dog. They're all calling me. This is crazy. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Long spine. Fold. Chair pose. Weights in your heels. Your feet can be together or a little separated. Totally up to you. Natural curve in the spine. Weights in the heels though. Neck neutral. You got it. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Oh God. Drop your arms. A little fuzzy. Arms go straight up towards the sky. We need a limp brush for the armpits. Sit deep into chair pose. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Now we're just going to move, guys. When you hit your dog, step your right foot forward. Turn your back foot sharp. Rise, warrior one. We all move a little different, so don't feel pressured to move too fast or too slow, do you? Hands to the floor, chaturanga will wait for you. Vinyasa of choice. When you hit your dog, that's when the left foot immediately goes forward. So there's no rest from right to left. To the floor we go, chaturanga push up. You got it. Through your vinyasa, and then we meet in that dog and you hold for a beat or two. Arms are straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float. To the top we go. That was good. Long spine. Fold. Chair pose. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Heavy in your heels for chair. Sit way back. And then dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up, step or float through your vinyasa. The up dog is smooth, the neck stays neutral, hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns. We rise, first warrior. Take your time. To the floor we go through your vinyasa. So if you're really energized, you can add an extra push up. Yeah. I don't know how much coffee you had. I didn't have enough. Left foot forward, back foot turns, rise. I mean, the smoothie making in the morning is out of control. Chaturanga, everyone likes a different fruit in our house. Yes. I'm like, can't you just all have the same one? Up dog. I know. Hips go up and back, down dog. But one day I'll be sad I won't be making smoothies. So you know what? We'll do it. I can't complain. Arms are straight. Watch your fingers, Kelsey. They're turning in. Walk or hop to the top. Long spine, right? Fold. That's why you have to lean into it all. Chair pose. I might be needing some Xanax for the driving though. Yeah, shoot up to stand up. Yeah, that's gonna be bad. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Here we go. Last one of these. Let's do it. Chair pose. Hit it strong. Weights in your heels. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Heather, this one's for you. Long spine, step or float. Vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot forward, back foot turns, rise, warrior one. Take your time through a vinyasa when you're ready. Yep. As soon as you hit your dog, the left foot steps, and we're all moving different, so it's fine. Yep. Anchor yourself and just come up. And then bring it to the floor and hit your vinyasa, and then hold your down dog. Yeah. Hold your down dog when you get there. Hold your down dog. Feel the difference. It feels different than when you started, hopefully in a better way. You need your block for the next little bit, okay? You're going to step your right foot smack in between your hands, okay? Don't come up though. Turn your back foot in a sharp angle. So you're going to make your feet look like warrior two because you're going into warrior two. But we're going to take the block and we're going to place it to the outside of the right foot. Yeah. If you know your hip is tight, definitely place it on its highest direction that it has the option. Yep. And then you're going to peel your left arm open towards the sky for what we call a variation of extended side angle. Now, if this does not work for you, your right arm can simply just rest on the top of your right thigh for what we call modified extended side angle. Now, I want your right hip to tuck under. So scoop it under you and turn your right ribs from right to left. Soften the right shoulder down your back. That's it. Use the angle of that back left foot to anchor you and roll that right thigh open. Now, if the left arm feels happy and healthy, you can reach it up and forward. If that's not in the cards today, just keep it up towards the sky or hand can come to your hip. Your breath is filling the pose. Yes. Keep taking the right ribs and turning them. Keep gripping your right hip in. Jean, very nice. Take your right ribs more towards the mirror. The left arm straight up, okay? Stay low, step up into Arda. If you're in the front row, you may need to step back a little so you don't become one with the wall. Right. The block has to be enough forward. I say 6, maybe even 8 inches, maybe even 10 inches if you're tall. Not that we're taking a measuring tape, but kind of have to eyeball it and feel it out. Watch your right foot. It has a nature of turning in. That's generally from my right hip being tight. Flex your left foot strong. And this is like a big yawn. Yeah. If you want to bind, totally up to you. Some days we get to this posture and it's like you can't balance. Other days you nail it. So don't judge it. You have opportunity to try again. For a lot of you, what I would suggest is come onto your fingertips to get out of your wrist and shoulder. That's it. Quiet the pose by using your breath. Regular half moon, extend the leg and the arm. Giant step back, warrior two. You may need to take 2 steps to get there. Take your time, do it slow. Warrior two. Always check in with your feet. Right foot is forward, back left toes turn a little on an angle. Yeah, that's going to get the hip aligned. Lengthen your tailbone. Think about sitting yourself down in a nice big squat. Roll your right thigh open and spread the collarbone and the chest nice and wide. Your mind is very powerful. So you start to feel things in this posture. It's a very temporary situation, right? It's like running uphill. As soon as you start running downhill, all the symptoms disappear, hopefully. Side ribs long. Breathe across your collarbone a little more. You're staying for a few more breaths. Straighten your right leg on track. Find your distance. Find triangle. Some of us like a longer triangle. Some of us like a tighter, shorter one. There's no right or wrong. The only suggestion I will make is take the block to the outside of the calf. Yeah. For some reason, it just sets up the shoulder a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah. I like a longer triangle personally, but some of us just feel better for the lower back. You can do anything with your top arm. Yeah, anything you want with your top arm. You could wrap it behind your back. You can have your hand on your hip. You can reach the arm forward. You could just keep it normal. You want to grip your hips in and take your right ribs. It's very similar alignment to half moon. Couple more breaths. Eyes to the floor, take it to the floor. You're going to hit plank and lean on your left hand for traditional side plank. Yeah. So when you hit this side plank on your left hand, you pick your favorite variation. Some of us need to modify. That's what we did early on. You can go back, stack the feet, stagger the feet. Any add-ons could be a little tree. You can hover the foot. You can drop to your form. I mean, there's 100 different ways you can take this pose. Find one that works for you. Watch that your top hip doesn't roll open. It's stacked. You got it. Plank position slow. Chaturanga push up. Up dog slow. Hips go up and back, down dog. Nicely done, everybody. Step the left foot smack in between the hands. You'll just slide the block over and you'll use it here. Turn the back foot on a sharp angle. Set up your feet. Set your body up. Use your block. Extended side angle A from the ground up. Yes. I like the block high or medium. Once again, arm to the top of the thigh if none of these work. You're sitting deep into your front thigh and creating a 90-degree angle. Grip your left hip under you, turn your bottom ribs. Your right arm straight up or up and forward. Stay with it. Focus on that right foot, press it strong, engage the quadricep. Keep sitting into that front thigh. Right arm straight up or hand to hip. Look down and just carry it through to a half moon. So it's a very easy transition. You just step up. You use the same block, move it forward enough that your side ribs stay long. Just pay attention, guys, to your left foot. It has the tendency to turn in. We all do it. Yep. You want to think of your left leg like Tadasana, standing up nice and straight and tall. Grip the quadricep in and up. Add in whatever you did on the other side. You want to try and be consistent from right to left. Right. If you are kicking, the kick goes behind you. It's not necessary for a lot of us. Just stay very subtle in the pose. Flex the top foot strong though. Maybe come to your fingertips. It's going to help get you out of your shoulder, your wrist. Yeah. If you bound it up, just release first to a regular Arda. Soften the front knee and then step back warrior two. You may need to take 2 steps to get there, but do it really slow and then settle into your warrior two. Yes. Look at your feet always. Make sure your front foot and your back foot are on the same line of energy. Your left thigh, you sit nice and deep, you roll the thigh open. And then the nature is that we want to lean into it. So we want to find symmetry the best that we can. Close your eyes and just kind of go inward here. Soften the shoulders down the back. From fingertip to fingertip, you energize. Relax the jaw, relax the face, sit deeper. Straighten the left leg on track. Keep the arms powered up. Find your version of triangle. Maybe you need to step it in. Maybe you like the nice long stance. Utilize the block to the outside of the calf if need be. Yeah, there you go. If you're grabbing the front of the shin, what you can start to think about is pulling the skin of the pant leg kind of up your leg. It's a good way to feel like you're lifted because you don't want to dump into your lower back in this pose. It's not a back bend. Yeah, there's a little lean back, but you're not back bending. These look great. Stay for a few more breaths. You're almost there. Eyes to the floor, hands to the ground. Lean on your right hand and transition right to your Vashisthasana side plank. Pick one that you know you can hold. Stagger the feet, drop the bottom knee, come to your forearm. That's it. Your right hand is a smidgen in front of your right shoulder just to give you an idea of alignment. Nice. Nice, Jody. Plank position slow. So a lot of times we get floppy here. Plank position slow. Chaturanga push-up. Up dog, smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. So don't let yourself check out now. Now you're in the heart of the practice. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Yeah, you're in the heart of it, but it's going to be over very quickly. Yes. Time moves fast when you're having fun. Anywhere you want your arms, tip forward, warrior three. Yeah, warrior three. If you're in the front row, you may need to scooch back a drop. I like my arms alongside my body, but to give you an idea, the hands can come to prayer or they can be forward as well. That's the most challenging. But what we're looking for is to even out our hips. So get out of your right hip, Mare, and spin the left thigh bone down. Come to your fingertips on the block and lead a little with your heart and chest. Excellent, excellent. Everyone's heart is a little higher than the rest of their body. Hands come to prayer. Use the block. Left hand comes down to the block. Right hand comes to the flat part of your back. So we're going to go into revolved Ardha. So you're twisting to the right, everybody. Yes. The block is underneath the left hand. The right hand's on the flat part of your back. You're peeling to the right. Revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Twisting triangle is an option if this doesn't work for you today. Yep. If you can feel that your pelvis is neutral, your left leg is lifting up high enough, you can peel your right arm open. Lift from your inner left thigh. That's it. Right hand to the floor. Step the feet together at the top of the mat. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Sit into your chair. Weight moves into your heels. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath. Hook and twist towards the right. This time you can hook the elbow. Just be mindful that your left hip isn't swinging all the way towards the feel good, do good side because that's going to take you out of alignment. So less is definitely more. Sit a little deeper into your hips if you can. Your spine is long. You're looking sideways or you're looking up. Try not to look back in these twisting things. Weight is in your heels. Your breath, it's still there. Otherwise, it gets ugly. Chair pose, pull it around. Stay on your legs, arms move up. Stand on your left leg and hug your right knee up. Don't use your hands. Just drag it up to a 90-degree angle, kind of how we started the class. That's it. Left hand to the outside of the right thigh. We're going to move into dancing Shiva. So you're twisting towards the right. We're going that same direction. Your leg can stay in a 90-degree angle, or you could reach down and grab the outside of your right foot with your left hand. The leg that you're standing on, that's your left leg, has to be straight. The leg that's moving forward can be bent. That's why 90 degrees works for a lot of us. You can look back into this pose. Look back, and that's going to help you stand up a little taller and twist a little bit more. Pull around to center, arms up, leg up. Arms up, leg up. Warrior one, step back. You're on the left side. Warrior one, left side. Pause. Feel. Anywhere you want your arms, tip your torso forward. Revisit warrior three. Yes. Yes. Great, Mar. Yep. So you want to neutralize everything. The block is really helpful for a lot of us to just kind of get ourselves aligned. The eyes of the shoulders lift a little bit higher than everything else. This looks great. I just need you to take your weight more into that thigh. You got it. Doing awesome. Hands to prayer. Pause. Right hand to the block, left hand to the flat part of your back. Stay here for a beat. Feel twisting triangles there. If you've got an injury, if this doesn't feel good in your body, I always like to give you an alternative to this posture. Squeeze the outside of your hips in. If you feel like that hand on the flat part of your back is telling you that everything feels relatively even and neutral, and you have the shoulder flexibility, go ahead and take the left arm open towards the sky. Just an option. Lift from your inner thigh. What I try to do sometimes is point my right toes. When I point my right toes, I'm able to lift the hamstring a little bit more and then revisit that flex foot and see if you can hold it for a breath or two. Yeah. Left hand to the floor, feet together to the top. Long spine, stay with it. Exhale the breath, fold. Sit into chair, weight moves into your heels. You got it. Stay with it, guys. Drag the hands to prayer. Inhale the breath, hook and twist. Hook and twist. To the left we go. Watch that the right knee doesn't slide past the left. Generally, that's coming from the hip. So sometimes we'll even suggest, like, don't twist so much, twist less. Look sideways, look up. Try not to look back in this gym. And when you feel like the pose is growing bigger than you, just come back to your breathing, quiet it down. Chair pose, pull it around, stand your legs, keep your arms energized. You're going to press on your right leg and drag your left leg up to a 90-degree angle. Pause. Flex the left foot strong, guys. Make those toes real active. Right hand wraps to the outside of the left thigh. Left arm peels back. This could be it for today. This is a great place to be. If you want to reach down and grab the outside of that foot and kick the leg forward, totally up to you. Just make sure you're not leaning forward or leaning back too much. You want to really find a long spine. Stay with it. Two more. Pull it around, arms up, leg up. Arms up, leg up. Step back, crescent lunge. Easy is so much better from when we started. Yes, crescent lunge. Drag the hands to prayer. You're on your right side if you got lost. Inhale the breath, hook the elbow, and let's twist. Hey, if you get here and your legs feel like they can't support you, you took Heather's class yesterday, you drop your back knee. Yeah. Taking it with the back knee down is a great way to take it because you're going to get a psoas release as well. Lean back just a tiny bit, grip your right hip in, point that right elbow towards the sky, and twist open. All right, hands to frame your front foot. Can we hop switch? I think you can do it. Hop switch. Give it a try. There you go. Rise crescent lunge. We're nice and warm. That's why I wouldn't suggest it if you were cold as a cucumber. Drag your hands to prayer. Lean out, hook the elbow, and twist. Same deal, guys. If you need to drop your back knee, you're not a bad yogi. Listen to your body and what you need and make the process and the experience work for you today. Your left hip has to grip in, your back right leg has to stay very active. High on the ball of that back foot. Two more. Hands to frame your front foot. Step back plank position. Halfway to a push up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Drop to your forearms, please. Forearm down dog, known as dolphin pose. We're gonna go into dolphin pose. Yeah. You can interlace the hands, you can have the hands forward. Now, walk your feet in a little closer this morning. Top of the head should not be on the ground. That's it. Sides of your triceps are doing a lot of work. Tighten it up a little more. Yeah. So if you know you can get up and you can do it safely, you're welcome to experiment. For everybody else, we're just going to breathe the right leg up towards the sky. Just breathe it up. Lower the right foot down. Keep the hips lifted. Breathe the left leg up. Breathe it up. Lower the left leg. Now, stay in dolphin and come high on your tippy toes. You got it. That's it. So your hips are really, really high. Your outer triceps are gripping in. The pit of the belly is drawing in and up. Stay for 3 more breaths. Child's pose. Knees drop down. Arms reach back. You're going to grab the base of your feet. Yeah, so your arms reach back. You grab the base of your feet. Good. Press up nice and slow. We're going to go up into a camel pose. We're going to stand on our knees. Stand on our knees. We don't do this enough. Yeah, stand on the knees. I curl my toes into the mat, especially after having knee surgery. I can't have the foot flat. Like it just feels better. Right. So hands are going to go on your low back. Fingers are going to face down. This honestly could be it because you're standing up. You're going to squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. You're going to lift the heart. Like think about someone pulling your heart, your thoracic chest up, and then start to sling your hips forward and squeeze in. So this might be it. Yeah. If you drop your head back too suddenly, that's generally where we run into problems. So keep your neck a little more neutral. You start to reach back with your right hand, maybe your left hand. They can also just slide down the backs of the thighs and you don't have to grab your feet. As you exit out, come up very slow. Hands to the floor, curl the toes into the mat, down dog. Yeah. Hop your feet through, lay down on your backs. We'll do the more traditional ones. Yeah, generally speaking, they're more well received. Yes. But it's like one of those poses. It's good to do, especially we worked our psoas a bunch today. So lay down, set up your feet. Am I keeping you awake, guys? Yep, here we go. Set up your feet, bend your knees. Why don't we take the first set? Most of you have 2 blocks. Slide the blocks on the ground flat and slide your feet on the block. Yeah. Fingertips skim the backs of the blocks. Yeah. Do you need more than one? Let's get you another strong block. So fingertips skim the backs of the blocks. It's like bridge, but your feet are elevated. Yeah. There's some small ponds. I have to be careful walking. Yes. There's some small rivers. I need a life vest. Yeah. Lift your hips up, slide your arms underneath your low back. Here we go. Yep. Interlace your hands if you can, or just slide the palms down into the floor. Gather the shoulder blades together. Wrap the inner thighs down and under. Lift straight up. So as you lift straight up, the feeling that you want is more space than pressure. You want to create space from your tailbone to the backs of your knees, not feeling like you're compressing. Exhale the breath lower down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. So the next one we're going to do is a full wheel or just repeat. If this works for you today, you can do it with the blocks. You can take your feet off the blocks. I don't really care. Just there is an option. Inhale the breath. Exhale, you'll lift up wherever you're taking this today. If you're going to a full wheel, try not to come to the crown of your head. Just lift up. Yeah. Same deal. As you lift, you're creating space. Exhale, the breath start to come down. As you exit out nice and slow, feet hit the ground. Good. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big squeeze. Good. And while you're on your backs, reach for the outer blades of your feet and pull your knees down around your rib cage for what we call happy baby. Good. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And while you're here, extend the left leg forward, hug your right knee in, and just take a basic spine twist, supine twist. We're not going to do the whole core thing again. Take it over towards the left. Yeah. If you like to double hook or wrap or do anything fancy, you're welcome to, but sometimes basic works nice. Good. Roll up to center, relax the right leg out. Grab your left knee, hug it in, take it over towards the right now. Roll up to center, hug your knees in towards your chest. Rock and roll a couple times, then come to sit up. You're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to finish today with double pigeon. If you really are don't enjoy that, you can go into a single pigeon. A double pigeon is essentially ankle to knee, or you can just do a cross leg and you can fold. Yeah. So the idea is to stack the feet up on top of one another. Yeah. So guys, it looks more like this. Okay. Might see them. I'm really tight. So sometimes I'll shove a block here, and that's nice. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then fold. It's easy for you. So you can just go forward. I feel like I'm 102. Oh my God. Yeah. So you can try and stack it up more, Joe, like a block, like this. Nope. See how the foot, literally it's ankle to knee. See this? See how the foot is on top. Take your foot to the top of this knee. Flex the foot. Bring your bottom shin more forward. Bring your bottom shin more forward. This shin forward. And flex both feet. There you go. And now fold. Now you're going to feel it in your hips. So a couple other options you can do is a seated pose like this, where you sit down, because this gets the outer hips. That's what I was trying to get, is the outer hip. Yeah. So to get into this, you come in more into a tabletop and you stack your knees. Yep. Once the feet, separate the feet really wide as they're going to go. And then you start to sit back. And when you sit back, you may need to sit on something. It's pretty good. Yeah. And this is a nice way. 5 or 6 more breaths, guys. Come up nice and slow. Yep. You're going to switch legs. So if you need to bring the legs forward, shake them out first. That's fine. Cross the other ankle. If you were more in a seated crossover, like a Gomukhasana seat, bull seat, you stack it up first and then create the space to sit back. Yeah. Perfect. The trick with the seated hip openers to really flex the feet. Yeah. And then you fold. I can't fold. I just stay upright, which is fine. Five more breaths. Come up nice and slow. Lift the torso. Extend the legs out, but with the legs hips width distance, we're going to take a separate leg, a hamstring release, Paschimottanasana. Feet hips width distance. Yeah. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Inhale the breath. Exhale, come forward and grab the base of your feet. If that's nowhere in reach, don't stress. Just reach for something. Maybe it's the shins. But regardless of what you're grabbing onto, flex your feet. As you come up out of this pose, roll slowly onto your backs. Roll down really, really slow. Once you hit the floor, Shavasana it is. The master pose, the hardest posture we know. Relax. Make yourself comfortable. Big breath in. Full, complete breath out. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms up over the top of the head. Hug your knees in towards your chest. If this doesn't work for you, you're welcome to stay down. And rock up however it suits your practice, your body, your mind, your energy level. Just sit up in this newfound body that you've created for yourself. It's pretty amazing how a 60-minute practice gives you a fresh slate. Let the shoulders drop down the back, hands to prayer, bow the head for a moment. Have gratitude always. Lift the head, open the eyes. Namaste. Awesome job, guys. Very sweaty. Hydrate yourselves. Do we have any announcements? Anything new that I need to report? I think we're good. We'll see you soon. Yep. Enjoy the beautiful fall day. But now today feels more like winter. No,